In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, one God, amen. The last thing he said was, leave a legacy. Leave a legacy. I want to explain what that means. Your marriage is not just supposed to be a marriage. It's supposed to leave a mark for the next generation to come. I know we had a lot of fun today joking around about marriage jokes and games, but this is the serious part of the evening, which is how to leave the next generation impacted by our marriages. If our marriage has no impact on anybody's life, then we're doing marriage wrong. What is legacy? Legacy means that all your accomplishments, all your beliefs, all your future is supposed to leave an impact on your children and those around you. Everything you do should leave an impact on your children and those around you for many generations to come. That's a legacy. A legacy continues when you're not here anymore. What you are doing in your marriage, the people around you, your children, will do the same thing. Guess what? We're doing a lot of the same things our parents did. We don't even know it. We don't realize it. So a legacy is something you leave for the future generations. And it happens in our marriage. By the way, leaving a legacy is not your choice. You can't choose to say, no, I don't want to leave a legacy. You automatically, your relationship with your spouse is going to leave a mark. It could be a good mark. It could be a good legacy. It could be a bad one. And we have to be very intentional about the way we live our marriages, or the legacy will be in a bad way. I want to read a verse for you from Psalm 145, verse 4. It says, one generation shall commend your works to another and shall declare your mighty acts. The generation to follow you, hopefully, will commend you for what you did. How you lived your life. How you behaved. How you were impacting the world. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, maybe I'm doing nothing. My marriage is just normal. My wife is at home and we have kids and we have work and we have bills and we have... No. That's not a marriage that leaves a legacy. That's not a marriage that leaves an impact for any generation. So I'm going to tell you today some different ways to leave the next generation to be saying wow about your marriage and about your life. I'm going to be saying that today. So it's not just your children, by the way. It's going to be your grandchildren. It's going to be their children, people around you. We have to leave a good legacy. Most times when we think about inheritance or legacy, what do we think about? What do you want to leave to your children? Most times we think about what? We want to leave them money. I'm going to leave them a house, right? We got to have a house so my children have something in their future. And our parents did that too, didn't they? They left us an apartment complex or a room or a house. Didn't they do that? That was the legacy our parents left us. That's not what we're talking about here today. The inheritance that you want to leave your children is not just money, and it's not just possessions. That's too easy. We know our Lord said it very easily, right? You can fill in the blank. Lay up your treasures in... What does that mean? That means your legacy that you leave, your impact you leave on people is nothing to do with money, right? St. Paul said in 1 Timothy 6:10, money, the love of money and the focus on money pierces yourself. You know what pierce means? Like imagine a knife or a sword or something piercing. Our focus on our legacy to leave our next generation is not to do with money or possessions. That would probably hurt us and hurt them even more. So what values and what beliefs are your children you're going to leave for them and your grandchildren and generations to come? When you are not here anymore, what could they say about your life? Could they say anything? Could they say anything about you that you did anything for anybody else? I don't know. But we have to leave a legacy. And I'm going to explain. I'm not going to leave you like that saying, what do you mean? What do you mean? I'm going to explain in detail, but just I'm trying to get there. To be honest with you, and I think you agree with me, Time is moving too fast. Our children, I feel like Josiah was born a few days ago. Now he's 10. Mary Grace is almost 7. And I'm sure you can say the same thing. The valuable time you have with your children is going fast. Right or not? Do you agree with me? It's going very fast. What are you leaving them? Are you spending time with them to impact them, or are you just working for them? You know, you always see that the father is always absent from the house, busy working, and then we can't find the father and sometimes the mother making an impact on their children's life. Every time I sit with Mary Grace or Josiah, I feel like I don't have enough time with them. I don't have enough time to give them the good Christian values. I don't have enough time for them to tell them like experiences in life to help them in their life. Even at the dinner table, when you eat supper, that's an opportunity to lift your family up, to build in them something that lasts forever. We don't realize that. You know what we do? I'll tell you what we do, and you can agree or not. We go home after work, we're tired. If it's time to eat, we eat quickly or whatever, and we just kind of get, finish your homework. If you have kids in the homework stage, finish it quickly, and let's get to bed next day again. We're missing opportunities to leave a long-lasting legacy and impact on our family, and not just on our family, by the way, on all the young generation around us. Don't you feel that many people are watching you in the church saying, oh, I want to be... You know how many people told me they wanted to come today? So many. They said, I want to be there. I heard about it every year. They're looking to you in the church as a role model for a good, healthy, strong marriage. How to be a good father or mother. How to put good values in our children, in our life. Please, do me a favor. Don't miss the opportunities you have every day with your children. They're precious moments that one day will be gone. One day your children will be where? Off to another place, college, work, somewhere else. Those who have older children, they can tell you their children are no longer with them. The chance you have to impact your children is a very short window. What legacy are you going to leave when you're gone? Can anybody say anything about you in the future when you die one day? That you did something great for this world? Could your children be proud of you that you did anything in this world? Well, they say, Mom and Dad, they worked hard and they made money and they put me... No. I wonder if your children can say that you did something for them and for society out there. I don't know. What legacy are you going to leave? Let me give you 5 things. I don't know if you have a phone. If you have a phone, open your phone. I'm going to give you 5 things that you need to write down. Open up your phones. I know you use phones for other things. Use it for writing down some notes. By the way, you're going to need it because we have a workshop coming up, and you're going to sit with your husband and wife, and you're going to talk about these things. So here's number 1. You want to leave a legacy? Here's number 1. It's easy to remember. First one, don't get bored. Fear the Lord. Don't get bored. Fear the Lord. Let's say it together. Don't get bored. Fear the Lord. All together. What does that mean? Means don't make your life boring and absent of God, but there should be the fear of God, the honor of God in your life. Like if I come to your house by surprise, could I find that you guys are sharing the Bible in your home? That the children are fearing God, that there's prayer in the home? Could we really find the fear of God in your home? I don't know. But number 1, don't get bored. Don't get boring and make your life just like, okay, time for supper, then time for homework, and then time for this, and kids play quickly, go to bed, brush your teeth, now go, tomorrow's school. And okay, that's fine, we know that. But that's not a legacy to leave. You have to make a jump start in the spiritual activity in your home. You must make a jump start and that your children know God. Okay, so number 1 is what? Say it together. Don't. And here's a verse for you. Psalm 112. Psalm 112 verse 1 and 2 says, how blessed is the man who fears the Lord, who greatly delights in his commandments. His descendants will be mighty on earth. The generation of the upright will be blessed. Did you guys hear that? Because you honor the Lord in your house, the next generation will be blessed. Do you know what that means? Because you bring God into your home, your children and their children and their children and their children, that's the legacy, will forever be blessed. But if you have absent presence of God in your home, there's nothing for the next generation to stand on. What are you going to teach them? Study hard, work, make money? Is that what you're going to teach them? The inheritance is to make a lot of money and buy houses and make your future bright? Good, tell them that. But that shouldn't be the main thing. The main thing is those who fear the Lord, the descendants will be mighty on earth, and the next generation will be blessed. I love that. The next generation will be blessed. That's a legacy. So number one is, don't get bored, fear the Lord. Let your house have a good spiritual activity. Number two, have compassion and take action. Have compassion and take action. Let's say that together. What does that mean? Compassion, action, a lot of rhyming words. What are you trying to say, Abuna? What I'm saying is the same thing that Jesus did in Matthew chapter 9, verse 36. He saw the multitudes and he had what? Compassion. Compassion. Do you know what makes a legacy? That your home has compassion on the people around you. And then you do something about it. You know what your children need to see? You doing something for others. Did you hear me? You want to leave a legacy? Do something for others. Have compassion and take action. You look around the world, it's broken. You don't have to look far. Near, it's near us. Around near us, a lot of people broken, a lot of people hurting. The legacy you leave is that mom and dad, they know how to care for people around them. They know how to take action. They have compassion for people around. They should know that. They should see that in you. Does that make sense? So number one, you should have your own spiritual activity in the home. It shouldn't be absent. Number two, kind of take action. This is part of your legacy you leave. This is a long-lasting legacy. Number three, and I'm going to give you something today for number three. Number three is a prayer that I want you to say in your home. Dr. Michelle, can you help me out? Maybe Dr. Bashara, you can help me out. Every table can get this prayer. This prayer is for you. Okay? Yeah, we can distribute all the tables. Right? This is your prayer that you do as a couple. Okay? Every couple will take one. Every couple share one. Okay? You got to do it together. That means, right? You got to pray this prayer together. Okay? All right? So, number three is pray for God to make a way. You know this prayer, Jabez Prayer, right? 1 Chronicles chapter 4, verse 10. Who knows the Jabez Prayer? How many have heard of the Jabez Prayer before? Okay? The Jabez Prayer or Jabez Prayer says this. Oh, that you... Let's say it together. Everyone has it, right? Let's say it all together. Oh, bless me indeed and enlarge that your hand would be with me. Keep me from evil that I may not cause pain. One more time, all together. Oh. Look, guys, this is a prayer you know already. What did Jabez ask God to do? Did you see it? What did he ask God to do? He asked God to do what? Who's got it? Okay, you got the end. I need the beginning.
That the hand of God should be upon me.
Yeah, to bless me. Number one, they prayed as a couple, right? We have to pray as a couple. God, bless our marriage. What's number two? Enlarge my territory. What is that? I mean, use us as a couple to do what? Who's got it? Influence others. What do you want to say, Mom Boy? Yeah. God, use us as a married couple. First of all, God bless us. We need your blessing. Number two, let us be not just our own house. Use us to help many people. Enlarge our territory. Right? And that your hand will be with me and you keep me from evil like we heard from Deacon Paul here, and not cause pain. But really, you know what you're saying in this prayer? I want you guys to say this prayer together as a couple. And but be careful. You know what's going to happen? God's going to answer your prayer. God's going to use you guys to do something great. To be honest with you, that's all it takes. It's not magic. Okay? It's not magic at all. If you want to be a great, impactful couple to leave a legacy for generations to come, if you really want to make an impact in this world as a married couple, then just say the prayer every day or every few days. Say, God, use us. Use us. Enlarge our territory. Bless us. Guide us. And I promise you, if you really pray with your heart, watch out. God will do something great. God will do something great. Look, here's the other option. Here's the other option. Just be a normal couple. Just be a normal married couple like everybody else in this world. You want to be normal? Go ahead. No legacy. You know what the legacy is? Yeah, they're the same as everybody else. The same as everybody else. Ask yourself this question. If you were to die today, and you're not going to, don't worry. If you were to die today, would you leave any legacy that anybody would speak of you from years to come? Would anybody even remember you? Would anybody remember anything you've done? I'd probably say, I don't know, are you alive? But I have a lot to go. Me and Dai have a lot to go as a married couple to do something great for this world and do something great for society. And we have a lot to do in our own marriage and our own children. And look, guys, here's the point. I hope you catch the point. Your life, when you get very old, you can say, look at my kids and they're all married and they all have jobs and they're okay financially. If that's you, good luck, God bless you, waste of time. Wasted your life. Go ahead. I hope you say that. If that's all you're going to say, if that's all you leave your children, you left them nothing. You left them nothing. The real legacy is that you would make your family like missionaries. You make your family like missionaries. You make your family servants. You make your family to impact others. That's a legacy. That's a legacy. Ask yourself, are you on the way to that or not? Some of you are. I know you very well. Some of you are not. To be honest with you, some of you are not. No offense. But the whole point of this is not to hurt your feelings, but to say, wake up. Don't waste any more time. Don't waste any more time. Number 4. What's number 1? Let's go back to number 1. Number 1, don't get bored. Fear the Lord. And this means not to be scared from God, but to honor God. In the home should be honoring God. Like, you shouldn't, like I always love when Abuna visits a house. All of a sudden, the children have their Bible and their Agbeya, and everyone is like, no. It's not when Abuna comes over, you get serious about God. You should be serious in your home without Abuna. Okay? You don't have to pretend in front of me. I have my own challenges, my own family. I know how it feels. No, you should have like the fear of God and honor of God in the home. Number 2, say together, have compassion and take action. A couple that's doing something, not just sitting there watching. Like I know someone told me one time, I don't know if you've ever done this before. Someone told me this and I started to do this. Whenever you're on an airplane, those of you not on an airplane, don't worry. You can do this with a car as well. When you're flying over a city and you see lots of houses and lots of people, someone told me you should always pray for those people. I said, pray for those people? Why? I don't know anybody in the house. They said, no, pray for everyone to know God in these houses. Pray for everyone. Like that's the mindset that our life is supposed to be like bringing joy and bringing encouragement and bringing life to people. Pray for everyone around you. God, use us. Number 3, pray for God to make a way, the Jabez Prayer. Pray for what? God to make a way, the Jabez Prayer. And you said, number 4, here's a good one. You're going to like this one. Number 4, help your mate be great. Who's your mate? It's the one next to you. Help your mate. Let's say it together. Help your mate be great. Let's say it with energy. Number 1, 2, 3. Those of you who didn't say it, you don't care for your mate. Let's do it one more time. 1, 2, 3. لسه هنا مفيش في حاجة مشكلة في الترابيزة هنا. I said there's a problem in this table. I'm just translating. Okay, help your mate be great. That means the one next to you, your job is to make them great, to make them higher, to push them in their talents, to push them in their gifts. Not about you only. You should say, husband or wife, hubby, I love you. You should go forward in this area to make a difference in this world. Have you ever encouraged your spouse to be a servant of God or to do something great for God? Have you ever done that? Help your mate be great, right? You know what? You know who knows your talents better than you? Is your spouse, okay? Your spouse knows you better than you do. You may think you're good at something, but you're really good at something else. So we should be husbands. Can I just say this to you really quickly? Husbands, don't make your wives stay in the house and do nothing with your life. Sorry. Push your wives to be great leaders and great servants and to do something. Help them to be great. I like this, some energy over here. Give them a big hand here. This couple is helping each other to become great. I like that. There's some couples here didn't even blink yet. But I don't know what happened to them. But no, you should be like this. They're excited to help each other. You know what? You know how you know? In the home, when you're alone with your husband or wife, you can hear they're passionate about something. They're excited about something. Encourage them to go forward. Husbands, don't leave your wives just doing nothing. Take care of the kids. Take care of the kids. Only? They can do that, but don't keep them down. Lift them up. Make them higher. And wives, don't nag your husbands about everything and complain about everything in the house. Push your husbands higher. Make them higher. They have so much to offer. All right, what's number 4 again? Number 4 is what? Help your mate be great. Again.
Help your mate to be great.
Challenge each other. To be honest, Dahlia does this for me. Sometimes I don't want to do things. She challenges me. I challenge her too. She knows that. I challenge her. She's afraid to do something. I said, no, you're going to do it. And the same with me. By the way, you don't know a lot of things. I don't want to do this thing today. Right? She kept saying, I'm going to do it. I said, no, you do it. And she said, we were fighting over who's going to do this talk today. I said, no, you know better this stuff than me. So at the end of the day, I lost, and I'm here doing the talk. Okay? So I was supposed to be in Congo. That's why I was trying to pass it on. But help your mate be great. If I were to ask you right now, what's the purpose of your spouse? What is she good at? Turn to your spouse now and tell them what they're good at. Right now, turn to them. We're going to do this later a little bit, but just right now, turn to them and tell them, hey, you're gifted in that. You're good at that. You can be higher in that. Tell them now. Tell them. Seriously, not jokingly. Tell them. Look in their face and say, you are fantastic in that, and you can do that. Believe in them. Say something encouraging. Don't joke with them. Be serious. All right. Number 5. Don't worry. We're going to get to that one. Number 5. Last one. Last one. Ask God to give your children a mission. You guys get that? Ask God to give your children a mission. Our children are sponges, ready to listen to whatever you tell. If you tell them you're going to be great and you're going to serve God and you're going to be a missionary and you're going to do something great for this world, they'll believe you. Tell them every day. Believe in them. But it's time to ask God to give your children a mission. I don't want my children to be normal. I even told Josiah, I said, Josiah, I don't care if you do bad if you do your best in school and that's your grades, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with whatever you get, as long as you do your best. But what I care about more is that you are a servant of God and that you become a leader for God. And his eyes get big. Honestly, Josiah's eyes get big. Mary Grace still jokes around, so I can't get serious with her yet. But Josiah, really, honestly, when I believe in him, he believes what I'm saying. He believes it. Ask God to give your children a mission, not just to be successful with money and jobs and that's it. That's all they're going to have. They can still have that, but they can have a mission. Pray for that. You said, no, my child is still too young. Start praying for your children from now. whatever age they're at. Ask God to give your children a mission. And that's the most important thing. You know, recently, like Dahlia and a lot of other ladies and mamas, they had the children do a fundraiser. I think they went to St. Verena. I think one remembers they went to St. Verena to encourage the children. So what they did a fundraiser. They went outside. They were selling some of their toys and stuff to raise money to go and help and get clothes. They got some of their clothes. They got some of their toys. Some of the children, they organized an event, dramas, games, activities, and they went to St. Verena and they put on I think Abuna can say, right? They put on the whole event by themselves. Children became missionaries. Give them an opportunity. By the way, if you want your children to participate in something like that, every month Mama Dahlia has where we go to one place and we do something for others. So I'm just saying that I was touched by that. I was touched because I always tell you this, when I went home and then Josiah and Mary Grace, they were saying, we have to get some toys for some of the kids. And they got I always tell you this, they get their best toys. And I'm thinking to myself, don't give them that toy, that's expensive. I'm thinking to myself, that's an expensive toy. And then I just keep my mouth closed and they give their best toy. And they give their best toy. And I'm so touched. It taught me a lesson. That's asking God to put your children on a mission. Don't you want your kids to be on a mission? Don't you want your kids to do something else? Or you just want them to go to school and get married and have a job and that's it? That's it? That's the inheritance? That's the legacy you want to leave? No, I don't think so. I think our children should be on a mission. Let's say these 5 things one last time, and then we're going to do a workshop together. Number 1. What is it? Number 1, all together. Don't get bored. Fear the Lord. You know what bored means? Don't make your life boring. Make it exciting. Make it like when you go to your house, you can find the presence of God there. Okay? Number 2, have compassion and take action. Okay, that was kind of light. We need everyone to say it together. Number 2. Yeah. And in the gospel, Jesus saw the multitudes. He felt compassion for them and he helped them. Someone was saying this. It's not true. This is not a true statement 100% because I know in Egypt it's not true, but I'm going to say this statement anyway. The problem with Christians today is that no one wants to kill them anymore. It's not 100% true, but do you know what it means? I'll explain what it means. The problem with Christians is no one wants to kill them anymore. You know why? Because they're not doing anything. Does that make sense? Do you guys hear me? I'm not saying it because I know that there's some places, it's not 100% true. There's some places people are still killing Christians. But what I'm saying overall in the world, you know what? Christians are not making an impact anymore. So they're not a threat. Like, just leave them. These are Christians, but they're not doing anything anymore. They're just normal. Right? That's scary. Don't let that happen to us. Okay? Number 3. Pray for God to make a way. What's number 3? Pray. What's number 3? Here it is. Are you going to, every time, take this prayer and pray together? Here's the thing I learned about my life. When I give these kind of sermons and I give people this, I know the first thing that happens when you get home is what? This thing goes into it won't even make it home. Some people said, it won't even make it home. What I'm saying to you, if you care about your legacy, then take this prayer home and pray together. You can pray in Arabic, you can pray in Amharic, Tigrinian, Nyanja, pray in whatever language you want, but pray the prayer together. Say, God, use me, bless us, and enlarge let us do something for you. You know what you should just say? God, we don't want our marriage to be normal. We don't want our marriage to be normal. Do you want your marriage to be normal? I'm asking you a question. Do you want your marriage to be normal? It's up to you. Yeah, extraordinary. I think but your wife is carrying you even when you're not here. Your wife is carrying you. Number 3 is pray this prayer. Number 4, we said this earlier. Help your mate be great. This table didn't answer at all. I want to hear this table over here. Yeah, Michael, Peter. What's number 4? Oh, Mashena. This one will never make a mate great. Oh, this one pray. Okay, Jabez Prayer, no problem. Give Michael a big hand. He's on the prayer. We can't leave him. Give him a big hand over here. Help your mate be great. It's sometimes, to be honest with you, in marriage, the failure is what? The failure is make yourself great. No. Make your spouse great. Make them better than you. Let them go after their dream. Let them be higher. Let them do something great for God. Help your mate to be great. Think about that. We're going to talk about that. Number 5, last one. Who remembers it? Ask all together. Can you say it with enthusiasm? Number 5. These 2 tables, nothing. Even this one here, I don't know what happened to the fathers. One more time, just these 3 tables. Number 5 is what? Okay, it's a little bit believable. But I hope and I pray that you take this seriously as I would take it seriously. I didn't realize something before this talk, that my marriage is supposed to leave a legacy for generations to come. I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that other people would look at my life as a model, either a good one or a bad one. People are looking at your life the same way, like it or not. If they look at you and you say, this couple is annoying, this couple is superficial, this couple only cares about money, this couple talks too much, this couple is, then you're leaving a bad legacy. What legacy are you leaving people around you for generations to come? Let's say 150 years from now, will people even know who you are? Will anybody ever talk about you again? Think about that. Will anybody ever say your name 150 years from now? Only if you leave a good legacy that will last generations. When they see your children and their children, they're going to remember you. Hopefully in a good way. Let's pray for that. A legacy is something that lasts generations, not just today. You don't believe it? If you don't care about your marriage, what you do in your marriage can last generations. More than money, more than houses, more than any possession. Last verse I'll leave you. Psalm 78 verse 4. We will not hide them from their children, but tell to the coming generation the glorious deeds of the Lord and His might and the wonders that He has done. The generations to come, we should see the beautiful things that God has done in your life. I hope you can leave a good legacy. By the way, it's not too late. Some of you are probably thinking, there's nothing that we did so far. That's okay. When you go home today, spend some time with your children. Valuable time. Talk to them. Build Christ in them. Let them believe in them. When you go home today, spend time with your spouse and tell them what they're good at and believe in them and encourage them. Make your house a mission house. Make your house full of the Spirit of the God. Don't let your house be a normal house. I pray that you can leave a long-lasting legacy that 100 and 200 and 300 years from now, people will remember what you have done. Not out of pride. We're not leaving it out of pride. We're leaving it because we want to use our life for something. Isn't that true? Like, what are we're just here to work? No. Sorry. We're just here just to be married and we like the concept of marriage. We have children. No, that's not it. Our life is much more than that. I pray that your life can leave a beautiful legacy for generations and generations and generations to come. And even when you die, one day you're going to be an ancestor. You ever think about that? One day you'll be an ancestor. Yeah, my great-great-great-great-grandfather and grandmother, Paul and Clara, my great-great-great, they were so fantastic. They were so amazing. They were so doing the work of God. Extraordinary. Thank you, Michelle. And I think that's what should be said of everyone. I pray for you. You pray for me. Pray for one another that we can leave a long-lasting legacy. And remember Psalm 145, verse 4. One generation shall commend your works to another and shall declare your mighty acts, the generations to come are better off because of you. Let's pray for that. Pray for one another. Glory be to God forever. Amen.